Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek, and today I want to show you one of my least favorite and most favorite coins to cherry pick. It's all in the same series, and let me show you what we're talking about. For those of you who don't know, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was made in 1979, 1980, and 81, and then again in 1999. And there are a Type 1 and a Type 2 dollar, and actually not just the dollar. If you didn't know, all the coins have a Type 1 and a Type 2 variety on the mint mark. And so what we're going to look at a little closer today are the mint marks on these guys. So the Type 1 mint mark on the 1979, this is one of my favorite coins to cherry pick because dealers don't always look at them that close and they're easy to spot. You can actually see this with the naked eye. The S on the Type 1 looks just like a blob. There's just nothing to it. So that's the Type 1, that's the common variety. Next up, the Type 2, you look and you can see the S actually has, the design elements to it. So the 1979, you can take a close look and see. In fact, I just cherry picked this from myself. I went through our inventory and I actually found a Type 2 right in there. So that was kind of fun. All right, now my least favorite coin, one of my least favorite coins is this 1981 Susan B. Anthony. And let me tell you why. Because let's take a closer look at a few of them here and then we'll discuss. So let's take a look at some of these S mint marks. The variety is the same. So the Type 1 is kind of more of a filled S, and then Type 2 is more of a clear S. Now we're going to look at three different examples here of this coin. And you see between the first two, you see how the inside of the S looks filled, right? And then on the second one, the inside of the S does not look filled. So what you would think is, well, great, I've got a Type 1 and a Type 2. And you'd be like the rest of us and just be wrong. So these are actually both considered Type 1 coins, even though the S mint mark is a lot more clear in the second one. This last one, the S mint mark, is more clear, and it has kind of this big serif at the top. It almost looks like the S is upside down. So you can clearly see that there are, at a minimum, three different S types that that you can get on these. And here's the fun part. I've sent a lot of these in, and this is why I hate this coin. I've sent coins in just like this, and they came back a Type 1. So maybe I'll send this one in just for fun and we can all kind of laugh at me. But the correct shape for that is to have that big S at the top and then a big flat S at the bottom. And they actually, when they talk about it, they actually talk about the height of the S. So not only should it be big around at both ends, it should also be flat. The coin itself at an angle should be flat instead of coming to a peak. So that's how they describe the difference between those two mint marks, and it's really kind of hard to see the difference on these coins. But this does have the flatter top. I'll probably go ahead and send it in with one of my next groups I'm going to send in and find out if it'll come back at Type 2 or not. And in the meantime, it's got some fun toning to it, which of course we won't talk about dipping here because I'll get yelled at. So anyway, so that's one of my favorite coins and least favorite coins in the same video for modern varieties. I hope you learned something. Thanks for the feedback. As always, you can follow me here on YouTube, and you can follow me on Instagram at TheCoinGeek, and you can find coins for sale at oldpueblocoin.com. And please hit the button and subscribe. Thanks.